Yun nga yung sinabi natin na we will just talk anything under the sun. Thank you, Annie, for being in the front row. Maraming salamat, everybody, for being with me. Yesterday, nag-usapan natin yung about sa time, about learnings, childhood memories, positivity, na dapat, good morning, sir, dapat hindi natin i-allow yung negativity to overpower us. So, walking, going outdoors, being physically active is actually one way to combat negativity. For the last 3 years, hindi talaga ako nag-exercise religiously. I was just focusing more on low carb and fasting. First, honestly, dahil tamad talaga ako by nature. And then, also, as a good excuse para walang confounding variable. Kasi kung nag-exercise ako at nagpa-fasting at naglo-low carb, you can never really attribute whatever health benefits na nakuha ko with low carb and fasting to low carb and fasting alone if I did it also with exercise. Marami naman yun. I think the benefits of exercise is already well known and established na hindi na tayo kailangan magdagdag pa sa evidence na yun. But what I want to emphasize is for those who want to be healthy and who have been in the path of avoiding exercise also for so long like me before, then know that you can actually achieve 80 to 90% of good health even without much physical activity. But why am I doing it right now? Bakit after 3 years, going 4 years, ngayon pa ako nagsimulang mag-exercise o tumakbo? Because the benefit of exercise is not just about weight loss. It's not just about physical health, but it can also be on mental health and overall well-being. I've always wanted to be more, let's say, out there. Kasi I think you've already known na even if I'm really close with family and friends, I really value solitude. I really value time alone. Even in the house, na family lang, they know that I always have time inside my room or in my clinic na hindi talaga ako nagpapadistorbo. And it's not all the time na meron akong like ginagawa talaga, like a real task at hand. Just being in silence is already good enough. But I've always wanted to try going out, being outdoors, and yet still retain that kind of solitude. And what more better way to do that than also maglagay din ng additional benefit of physical activity, like exercise. I cut down the time kasi may trabaho pa ako in a short while. So that's why tumakbo ako during the first 2/3 of this walk. And on my last 1/3, para kasama na rin yung parang pag-cool down natin, that's the time that we will do our Facebook Live audio room. For those who are following our page for fasting and low carb, you can just skip this part because this audio room episodes are mostly for everything else. Hindi lang basta-basta low carb and fasting. Because low carb and fasting is good, but it's not the only thing that matters. Maraming mga ibang bagay na importante din, like mental wellness, personal development, yung individual improvements, growth. Those things we can do, we can improve in other ways. But in fairness, proper food intake, and of course, always nating ini-emphasize yan, yung value ng fasting, that can actually be your first recipe for you to be in that positive, healthy, developing, and improving mindset. Hindi stagnant. Let's avoid being stagnant. So dapat yung ating pag-iisip is on improving, although balance is still the key. Lahat ng sobra ay merong setback. Know when to improve, but also know when to take a break. Speaking of taking a break, yung mga currently na nag-undergo ng maraming emotional hardships, merong mga internal struggles, stress, yun yung pinaka number one na feeling ko mostly and abusely used word ngayon, that everybody is under stress. But maybe it's true. Yung isa daw sa mga common source of stressors ng mga tao is overdoing. Nakikita nyo yon kung sino yung parang pinaka-successful, feeling nyo they got it all, pero sila mismo yung very stressed din. And sometimes, yung nakakalungkot is that they are so stressed, yet they function really well. So, hindi alam ng iba. So, those are what they considered as yung mga functional na mga stressed individuals. If you think you are one of those, try to consider yung mga ginagawa nyo because it usually comes with overdoing. When you are overdoing things, even if your intention is good, like you are always there's others, di trabaho ng kinukuha mo na yung mga chores na dapat sa mga kapatid mo, then ginagawa mo pa rin yung trabaho mo on top of the many things that you already do. Then sometimes, kahit pa nagpa-function kayo, but there could be part of you na maiiwanan. Good thing if you have other coping mechanisms, but for others, they actually resort to food when it comes to comfort. Food as their source of painkillers, parang ginagawa nila itong pampawala ng mga sakit. It's also like their way to feel good if they are feeling disappointed, if they are feeling frustrated. And true enough, immediately, nare-relieve sila. After that first bite of that comfort food, sundae, ice cream, donuts, chocolates, at kung ano-ano pa, instantly, they feel good. However, after 30 minutes, yun, they crash. They feel so bad. And kung hindi ito ma-address, it will become a vicious cycle. Na una, they feel good, and then they feel bad, and then they regret it, and then sisisihin nila yung sarili nila. And then later on, they feel so bad na maghahanap naman sila ng another comfort food again. So it's a vicious cycle. So just like anything else in life and in medicine and how we treat patients, how I now treat patients, we look at the root cause. Kung ano ba talaga yung pinagsisimula nito. And one of those root causes, if in this situation, is just you overdoing so much. So take a breather, do whatever stuff you need to do para magkaroon kayo ng inyong own deserved peace and rest. Kahit nga sa trabaho, di ba? Meron talagang R&R. Yung mga rest and relaxation, rest and kahit pa wala kayo, like you are not employed, other things, kahit yung mga trabaho sa bahay, then you can assign a day where you will rest. Mostly, it is Sunday. But for mommies, alam natin, walang break ang mga mommies. Kung Sunday nga, dun pa sila pinaka nagtratrabaho because everyone in the family is at home and sila naman, they are the ones who are doing everything. Although they take pleasure from it, I personally know a number of mommies na ayaw nilang nagtatrabaho yung kanilang mga anak at yung kanilang mga asawa on a Sunday because they also derive pleasure from it. So, kung nagtatrabaho ka Sunday, assign another day. Maybe on a day that they are all so busy, like on a Monday, dun ka mag-break. Experience your own little weekend on a Monday. Like today. Yeah, it's Monday today. Para nakalimutan ko na. So I think this walk outdoor is really good. For that time being, nakalimutan ko kung anong araw ngayon, what my responsibilities are. Hindi sa kakalimutan ko yung responsibilities ko, ha? But it is about being in the moment. That's also the beauty of silence and solitude. Just being the moment. Yung hindi ka nag-iisip, hindi mo naiisip yung mga problema. Being in the moment is the ultimate form of bliss. Ang bliss naman, para siyang highest sense of happiness, but it is paired with peace. Ano ang component ng bliss and being in the moment? It's the absence of worry of the future. So, hindi ka nag-worry. What will lie ahead? Kung ano ang mangyayari sa susunod na mga araw, sa susunod na taon. Because that very moment, you are okay. And aside from that, you also no longer feel bad of the things of the past. Wala na kayong pinagsisisihan. Wala na kayong iniisip na mga what ifs or mga regrets because you've already let that go. Kung yung ibang tao yung nakagawa sa inyo ng anything negative, you've already forgiven them. And if you think meron kayong nagawang pinagsisisihan ninyo, then forgive yourself. If you don't forgive yourself, wala yang papupuntahan. Ikaw lang ang magsasuffer. So, you really have to forgive yourself. And right after forgiving yourself, you also make a resolution na you have learned your lesson and you will do everything to make it better, na if ever you will get caught up in that same scenario sa susunod na mga panahon, then you know na iba na yung gagawin nyo. You will have the intention to do better choices, to choose better, rather. And when you do that, you will feel at ease. You've forgiven yourself of the things of the past. And at the same time, you are positive for the future. Because if you will just feel bad about the things of the past, you can just go into a depressed mood. And if you are always fearful naman of the future, takot ka sa mga mangyayari in the future, then you can fall into anxiety. Mag-anxiety ka naman. And if you are just okay with the past, but don't also resolve kung ano yung pwede mong gawin to make things better, then you are also bound to fail again or be disappointed again. So better, yung pinakamabuti talaga is to resolve everything in the past, make a resolution, and then imagine and plan for a better future. And that's the thing that can help you be in the moment, be in the now, na nandito talaga kayo, and you savor this very moment that you are here. So, those are the little things na pwede nating isipin. And for those who were like me before, na hindi talaga mawala yung mga excuses to go out, it's okay. Don't worry. It will just come to you. I also didn't intend, pero I always wanted. So again, always start with on what you want, and then believe that you can do yung miracle ng buhay. The beauty of life is hindi open yung kung ano, how and achieve yung gusto natin. Kasi minsan, we are always stuck sa idea na dapat alam ko talaga kung ano yung step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 4.5 sa mga bagay-bagay on how to achieve a goal. And yes, that is good to plan ahead. Pero alam nyo ba, when it comes to manifesting your desires, the things that you want, hindi mo pala kailangang problemahin yung mga specific steps na yun. You just have to believe. You just have to first acknowledge what you want to achieve. And then after that, you can now believe that you can attain it. And then every day, just be hopeful and sabihin nyo lang, sobrang ganda at nagpapasalamat ako that this thing that I want is already here. You already feel. Dapat ina-acknowledge mo na that it is already with you. And then you live every day as if nandyan na yan sa'yo. As if you are already your goal. And you will just be surprised na sa araw-araw, there will be means and ways, nagkakaroon ng opportunities, merong mga bigla-biglang susulpot na mga pamamaraan na for you to follow, and it's all going to lead you to that path sa iyong papupuntahan, sa goal mo talaga. If you don't believe because you are afraid to fail, you are afraid to be disappointed, yes, it might lead to less heartache, but actually, there is already heartache. The fact that you will just stay sa idea na you won't get it because it's hard, you are living in a chronic and perpetual state of heartache. Kaya nga lang, hindi mo sinugal yung more heartache. But if you are in the mindset of believing and having the faith and staying positive, You've got nothing to lose. Sige, mag-break muna tayo kasi dadaan silang lahat. So, habang maingay pa, nasa highway na tayo. Hello, Ange, Loy, Maria, Aurem, Erland, Agosto. Hello, Mami Ruth, Llewellyn, Margarita. Thank you all for being in the front row. Nasa, ano na tayo? 5 kilometers. Wow. 5.09. And meron pa akong mga, I think, mga half kilometer back sa bahay. So, yun. Huwag matakot. Disappointments, challenges, setbacks. Nandyan yan. And for every challenge, every time you can overcome, you will become stronger. It will make you wiser. It will make you better. Sometimes it can make you more humble. And that is also good. Even if yung katumbas niyan ay magkakaroon ka ng some degree of disappointment. But that kind of kabayaran will be worth it because you've learned. At yung mga bagay na natutunan mo, na na-learn mo because of that setback, it will always stay with you. And if you are even being proactive, hindi lang yan makakatulong sa'yo, but can also help others if you share your journey. That is why we are doing this, in hope that we are also helping others. Kasi, yun nga, hindi natin kailangan at hindi talaga natin kaya na ma-experience lahat ng bagay. And that is the beauty of vicarious learning. Ano yung vicarious learning? So, it's learning from others' experiences. Just like, for me, bago ako nag-fasting ng matagal, I also did a lot of research, a lot of studies para malaman ko what to expect. And also, I learned from the mistakes of others. Nagbasa ako ng kanilang mga experiences so that I will also have to see and try to avoid them. Pero merong ibang tao na may pagkaano talaga, no, masukista. Like, I know one na kahit na nilagay ko na sa libro and paulit-ulit ko nang sinasabi na wag mong gawin ito because I think it's about breaking your fast. Na after a long fasting, dapat wag mong biglain yung sarili mo. Don't break your fast immediately, like a very heavy meal, or di kaya load up with lots and lots. Good morning. Good morning po. Lots and lots of vegetables, kahit vegetables pa yan. Pero kung sobra-sobra, because baka mag-explosive diarrhea ka. Ilang beses ko na yun sinabi, and alam din niya. But then, nung nakita kami, sabi niya, ginawa pa rin niya. Because he is the kind of person who really learns from his own experience. And true enough, yun nga nangyari. After that, buong araw siyang nasa CR at para siyang na-dehydrate. And that's a very big risk. So, if you think you can accommodate those kinds of risks, then by all means, go. Pwede niyong gawin yan. Pero if you think you can just do away without those, you can just be on the safe side. Yes, merong ibang wisdom na nade-develop when it comes to experiencing things on your own. But know that there is a different way to experience it. So my sister shared to me two kinds of learning from experience. Because I think maraming nag-agree sa inyo yesterday that sometimes we have to experience pain, we have to experience disappointment para lang tayo'y matuto. But actually, that's just one side of the coin. Because, good morning, because the other side of the coin, you can actually also learn from beautiful experiences. That's a Japanese concept known as kensho and satori. So kensho is a concept wherein kapag ikaw ay naka-experience ng hardships, naka-experience ka ng paghihirap, ng heartache, ng disappointment, you learn a lot from that experience. And it molds you and it shapes you. Yes, you become better after that. But if you are not careful, pwede ka rin maging bitter. So, what's good is kung meron mga panahon that you really experience unavoidably disappointment, I hope you will not come out bitter, just better. And the other beautiful side of the coin is Satori. So, Satori is the concept of developing yourself, improving yourself from good experiences, from good processes. So, saan ka makakakuha niyan? You can actually surround yourself with people that you want to be with. And pasalamat tayo with today's technology, hindi na kailangan physical yung togetherness. You can just pick up people that you want to get influenced with, you want to be improved, to be somewhat with their likeness, and have them as part of your own top 5 people, most influential people in your life. Because, bakit natin kailangan piliin mabuti who we want to be associated with o kung sino yung parati nating pinapakikinggan? Because eventually, we become the average 5 of the closest people we know. Okay? So, if you're always surrounded with people na negative thinkers, nagsastagnate lang, ayaw mag-take risk, ayaw ding matuto, and then hindi rin naghahanap ng paraan to improve, then what can you expect with yourself? You are, again, the average of the 5 people you always associate with. And I hope you can think or reconsider to improve those 5. Remember, if you have family members or close relationships na alam mong hindi ka aya-aya, you can still continue to love them. Pwede mo pa rin silang mahalin. But you can already start dissociating yourself. So that when it comes to your own personal growth and development, hindi ka may iwan. You can fulfill your potential. You can become better. Kasi if you will keep on being with them, at kahit pa gusto mo silang tulungan, you will not be able to do so. Kasi nasa parehong level lang tayo. And if you really love them, you have to level up yourself, improve yourself. And kapag na-improve mo na yung sarili ninyo, then hopefully, baka malay nyo, you can already start influencing them to be better. You become one of their better 5 most influential people in their lives. I hope that makes sense. I hope na it is something clear. And we are already here at 5.54 kilometers. That's already a wrap for our morning. For those na ngayon pa lang naka-join, hello po, Kuya Oli. Thank you for always being here. Cindy, Elizabeth, Marife, April, Jonna, Riz, and Roderick. Rudy, Rick. Thank you all for being here. Maraming salamat. That's our episode 2 I hope we can continue, Kuya Olina, for the rest of February. For those na gustong mag-join, meron pa. I think pwedeng malagay sa comment section yung registration for Taji 100. So it's a free challenge, international challenge. TAJI 100, Taji 100. So it's challenging everyone to be outdoors, walk, hike, run, jog, bike, kung gusto niyo, to have a 100 miles, 100 miles na goal for the whole month of February. Since nasa kilometer tayo, yung rough estimate ko doon is about 5 kilometer a day. So, it's been 2 days, but the official start will be tomorrow. Tiningnan ko lang if I can do it. And so far, okay naman. I chose a different trail, city trail and path so that I can complete my 5 kilometers kasi kahapon nasa 4.4 lang ata. And so far, sumobra pa nga. So yan lang muna for now. Maraming salamat everyone. Hope to see you again tomorrow, maybe around the same time. We will go live. If mas marami yung run ko than walk, then maybe we can go earlier around 6:30. So maraming salamat everybody. I'll see you again for another episode of City Walk and Talk with yours truly, Dr. Rojo. Maraming salamat. Have a good day, guys. And of course, remember to stay low carb so that we all stay safe. Maraming salamat, Rosemary. Bye-bye.